Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's podcast. My name is Uzihben, and here with me I have the reminder, Mr. Uzihben. Okay, today we are going to talk about marriage. Everyone is welcome, and be you a single person or a married woman or a married man, you're all welcome to contribute. You can jot down your questions, and the reminder is here to answer each and every one of our questions.
Okay, let me fix this. Somebody said, Jamina, you said, good evening, blessed couple. We are not couple. We are not couple. We are married people. The white man is the one giving us the name couple. Couple has to do with how many people? 2 people, right?
2 people, yeah.
Yes, couple has to do with 2 people. No. I might decide to marry more wives tomorrow. We are not couples, we are family. She's a member of the Uzihben family. I'm a member of the Uzihben family. My son is a member of the Uzihben family. My daughter is a member of the Uzihben family. All my sons. Let's not allow the white man to just take everything. They have taken a lot. We are married people. She's a married woman, I'm a married man. Couple has to do with 2 people. I can bring more if I want to. All right, thank you. No offense. All right, Amma, you can continue.
Okay, point taken. Thank you for that correction. Okay, today we said we're going to talk about marriage. Let me introduce this topic to us from my own angle. The word marriage to many have different meaning and definition. In our society today, many have abused the union marriage. To some, is a way for exploitation, survival, battle, and most of all, many see marriage to show peer group that if you can, I can also. That's competition.
Yes.
The word marriage to many has different meaning, but I'll break it down to one before asking Mr. Uzihben to throw more light on it.
Okay.
Because today we have so many things to discuss about as pertaining the topic marriage. The definition of the word marriage according to Oxford Dictionary, the word marriage is a noun. Marriage is a legal relationship between a man and a woman. That's according to Oxford Dictionary.
Yeah.
And according to the Bible, God set in motion a meaningful event that would eventually become known as marriage when he declares, therefore, a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh.
Yeah.
That's in Exodus 2:24.
Yeah.
So now, so many contradictions to marriage. That is why in our today's society we have men marrying themselves, women marrying themselves and saying it's okay. We have I'm a lesbian, I can't do with a man. I'm gay, I can't do with a man. I saw on the internet some months back a reverend father saying he's gay, and I was surprised. Like,
yeah, a pastor.
You are a reverend father and you say you're gay, meaning you have something to do with a man. Well, we're made to understand that it's supposed to be a man and a woman. And also I saw on TikTok a Muslim man who is a gay.
Yeah.
I think during that their fasting, this fasting that just passed, he wakes up in the morning, does his prayer, does his fasting and everything. They have 2 kids already, a man and a man. One of them is a Muslim.
And the other is not a Muslim.
I think the other is not. No, the other is not a Muslim because he's the only one practicing the faith.
Yes.
Good. Now, that's what I saw on the internet. And many of them see nothing wrong about this thing. That's by the wayside. Now, this brings me to so many questions I have to ask you, Mr. Uzihben.
All right.
Right now, first, what is marriage?
Good. What is marriage? Marriage, the truth is this: marriage was in the original context. Are you with me? Good. Marriage in the original context was made for man. Men are people that go for marriage. Now, when I want to, if I have to define marriage based on its original purpose, marriage is an act where a man look for a woman to make his wife and to procreate. That is what I would define marriage to be. Marriage is an act whereby a man look for a woman so he can procreate. The idea is to make more of his offspring, to replicate himself and build more of himself, because he deemed it fit that I have gotten to a stage in my life, I think I need more of myself as both a man and also a woman. And so when that time comes, first of all, he must be buoyant enough to say, I can take care of the person that I'm going to procreate with and also take care of my offspring. When this time comes, he can go ahead to say, let me look for a suitable wife, not a suitable woman. Being a woman is different from being a wife. And so you find out that the ability for a man to be able to procreate the right offspring largely depend on the opposite sex he decide to pick. And so you find out that the woman play a very vital role in building a home. Men don't build home. Men does what? Procreate. The only work of a man in a marriage is to provide food and sperm. The woman is the one to replicate. Is the instrument of what? Replication.
Now, you talked about procreation in marriage, that the basic reason for a man getting married is mainly for procreation. I don't understand. Are you trying to say that a man being with a woman is just to bring forth?
No. I use the word one of the main purpose of marriage to a man is for procreation. One of the main purpose. Not the fact that all the men would want to marry because they want to procreate. No, there are men who want to marry right now that they don't want to have children. I'm talking about the original purpose of marriage, right from the time immemorial, is for men to be able to replicate themselves. I am strong enough to bring forth an offspring that is as strong as myself. You get what I'm saying now? So let me look for a suitable woman that can help me bring forth this offspring. The reason why I want to have more children, I want to have a wife, is to have more children. In between this having more children, there are also other goals and dreams. I want my children to do this. I want my wife to be like this. I want my family to be like this. And now, for my purpose and that dream to come to pass, I am needed to make sure that those children are brought up in the family values I want to build. But you will see more than 80% attitude, character, and life pattern of the father than the mother. Even when you go spiritual, children are likely more to be attacked or influenced by their paternal family than their maternal. It's easier for you to remove yourself from your maternal. Nothing about your maternal will affect you. Except you want to connect yourself.
I understand that spiritual part of removing yourself from your maternal. than
It's
your
easier
paternal.
than your
It's
paternal.
easier.
Yes.
Yes, I understand that part.
Yes.
When you cut yourself out,
It's
but
easier.
it's very easy. I know of that spiritual part.
Yes.
But for your father, I know it's difficult for you to just pull yourself out. Okay, I think I get
Because
you.
every one of us, we are somehow leaned towards our paternal. I took you from Atabe.
Yes.
Every child you are going to have on earth today are going to be Uzihben.
Yes.
But Samuel's children can never be Uzihben.
Of course.
They will be what? Jonathan. So you understand? So the truth is this: whether you like it or not, whether Samuel like it or not, whether anybody like it or not, the children, only Samuel's children, we carry the flag of Jonathan, not your children.
That's true.
Not Sarah's children. You understand? So you are from Jonathan. Sarah is from Jonathan. Your younger sister in outside Nigeria, Essie, is from Jonathan. But all of Essie's children will be what? Ajise. So there is nothing that is going on in your father's home today cannot affect you, cannot affect Essie's children, cannot affect Sarah's children. Rather, it is what is happening in a Ajise family that can affect her children. But you know what? Everything happening in your father's family will affect Samuel's family. So the only thing that will make Samuel's children or my children not partake in the evil or some certain family pattern is when Samuel stand and say, this pattern have to stop in my time. So there are some certain meetings that will be called in the Jonathan's family. Samuel will say, I'm not interested. There are some certain ritual. Samuel will say, I'm not interested. I cannot come. By so doing, Samuel is cutting himself off. Because sometimes your presence is needed for some certain things to happen in your life. When you are absent, there are some meetings that are called in family just to renew covenant. You will not know. Somebody might just be killed in a family. The idea of that killing is for a burial ceremony to be held. For yourself, you would think it is a burial ceremony they are holding. No, they are not holding a burial ceremony. They are actually holding a ceremony to renew a covenant. And so when you are present in that burial ceremony and you partake, if you like, pray from now till tomorrow, you are already drafted in, except you are spiritually strong enough to exempt yourself from such a covenant or from such a ceremony. So the role of a father is not just to procreate, but also have a major task in the upbringing of the offsprings.
Okay, now thank you very much for that broad explanation on that word being procreation. Now, which leads me to the next question to ask you. You talked about marriage, the importance of a man in a marriage. Now, I want to ask you a question. In marriage, do you see your wife as your teammate or your wives as your teammates?
Okay. My wife asked a question. Do I see my wife or my wives as my teammates? For now, I only have one. When I have a second one, I can use wives. Do I see my wife as my teammate? Yes. That's why it's called marriage.
Okay.
I see my wife as my teammate. Because if you are not my teammate, we cannot go forward.
Okay.
Marriage is about working together.
Okay.
You get it now? If you are not working with me, you are not going to be on this live with me. So my wife is my teammate. But in every team, there is what? A coach.
Yeah. Like a leader.
Good. Not even a leader. It's a team. There is a coach. There are players.
Yeah.
The name of this team is the Uzihben family.
Yes.
I am the coach.
And every other person is a player.
Is a player. But as my wife, you become an assistant what? Coach.
Yeah.
The children becomes the player. Family members become the player. Friends become the player.
Okay.
You get it now? And so, if family members cannot play according to the rules we have set, what do we do to them? We push them out of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's about how the family can succeed.
Okay, okay, okay. Now the reason why I asked you this question about seeing your wife as your teammate is, there's always this saying by most women, is the head and the neck.
Okay.
And I was listening to TD Jakes when he said his wife is his teammate in marriage.
Yes.
That's why some decisions he does not just come up and pop decisions. He has to discuss with his wife about. That's the explanation you just gave.
Yes,
as
yes.
Being the head coach, and you have subordinates,
yes,
assisting you in the field. In that field, you have players, the children, your extended families. Those are players.
Yes.
And you, being the head coach, you have an assistant. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I like that explanation you give. At least I'm pleased with one now.
Good.
That's a good mark.
Now, yes, a teammate now. That an assistant coach now. Now, if people who are in polygamy see their family as a club, the husband as the coach, and the wives as assistant coach, you know what happens? There will not be problem.
Yes.
Because it's not all the time that the coach will be available to tell the team players what to do. In that
aspect of polygamy, let me come in. I don't know if I'm correct. Now, in that aspect of polygamy, there are some assistant coach that does not work in the same mind with the coach. There's some assistant coach that does not work in the same mind. That is why you will see in polygamy, in some home, 90% of homes in this time, I'm not even in our father's time.
Okay.
Even in our father's time, say for like some 100 years back, you see in some home, everybody wants theirs to be better. Nobody wants to work. Some people don't want to work with you because some assistant coach listen to their family members who are players.
Yes.
And some of those players are key players.
Yeah. Okay.
So they listen to them, thereby bringing problem to the field.
Yes, to the team.
Now the team having a problem because of some key players that sees it as, why is he acting like this? Why is he treating this person so special and treating you less?
Okay, so can I come in now?
Yes.
This is where, let me give an example now. Let's assume real sunshine. Let's assume real sunshine is my wife. I married real sunshine this year, for example, now. And then you are my first wife. Real sunshine is my second wife. What I am to do before real sunshine come as a second wife into my house, you already know the rules and regulation. I must make real sunshine know from the beginning, this is what my family is. If you cannot play by this rule, don't marry me.
I understand you.
This is where a man need to be a man and decide what he wants for his family.
Okay.
Now, let's say, for example, now, your sister comes. Let's say your sister is Rose now. Or let's say your sister is Multi-Zilonia. Now comes to visit the house. And in this my house, one of the rules in this house is that during the day, people are not permitted to be in the room pressing their phone.
Yeah.
You have to stay in the parlor. And then one of your sisters decides to come and stay in the room to press her phone. Because real sunshine is my second wife and an assistant coach. She has every 100% right to go and meet your sister and say, Madam, it is forbidden in this house. You cannot be pressing your phone in the room. Come to the parlor, except you want to sleep. If your sister dare open her mouth and say, you can't talk to me that way, your sister will go that day. Because your sister has come to sow what? A discount You must not ever take the side of your sister.
I understand that part.
So when the moment my second wife start telling your sister, oh no, this is wrong, in a polite way, definitely I'm going to teach them, everybody, to be polite. You can't stay here. Is that I'm feeling fine? Then if you're not fine, why are you pressing your phone? You can see, if you're not, you want to, you can see rest in the parlor. In this house, people that sleep in the house in the day, people that go to the room to sit alone and be pressing their phone, it brings poverty to this home. That's the covenant in this house. Except you, because if any of your family member comes to this house, go to the room and be pressing phone after they have been told that this thing is forbidden in this house, it can bring poverty. It means that your brother or your sister is a witch. He wants to bring poverty to this house.
Yeah.
So the moment my second wife starts talking to your sister, this thing is wrong, we don't accept it. It is expected of you to tell your sister that, but we told you now, why are you doing this? The moment your sister know that you and my second
Not
wife,
in
is your
support,
co-sister,
yeah,
are speaking one language, family will begin to know how to reason well. That this, I don't even need to talk. As my assistant coach, you are supposed to run the house. That's why I tell people, polygamy is the most beautiful thing that is in this our life. But because every beautiful thing is being called bad, everything is now wiping away. Polygamy is now being frowned upon. Gay marriage is now being clapped upon. People are celebrating gay, but people are being sent to jail because they have a second wife. In America today, in Europe today, at least Michael is there to testify. Multi Zironia, you are there. What do you call it?
Candy.
Candy, you are there. The moment you are married and you now have another person to marry, is a crime. They call it bigamy. Is it bigamy?
Bigamy.
Bigamy is a crime. So you find out that everything that is supposed to make people live beautiful is now a crime. And things that separate people, things that deprive women from marrying men, now men marrying men and women marrying women, and now be applauded. So the moment yourself, because number one, I don't see you, I see you as my wife. Yes, you came first, so you are my number one wife. My second wife is my second wife. But when I am the one that have the right to call you number one, number two, number three, within yourself, my second wife is your younger sister, even if she's older than you.
Now, sorry. This brings me to your second wife is my younger sister.
Yes.
Let's not deliberate more on that.
No, by virtue of marriage. By virtue of marriage, yes, there is no age. That is why I, Uzihben, 34 years, I can marry a woman of 40 years and she will be telling me, Diwo, kneeling down. So also, if I marry a woman of 40 years to meet you a woman of 30 years or me, she will have to tell you Diwo according to my culture.
Okay. All right. So I understand that part. So let's not go into that anymore. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay. Is running the home through your wife a form of weakness? I know we've talked about assistant coach. Your wife is your assistant coach, is the one supporting you in the field, in the club. So now, you see, the reason why I'm asking this question is many men make decisions without the knowledge of their wives. I've seen many men making decisions without the knowledge of their wives. Even in the slightest of decision, they just wake up and do things
without telling their wives. They
feel if I tell her, is a sign of weakness.
Okay.
So what do you have to say about that?
All right. Now, one of the things we need to understand here is this. The psychology of a man and that of a woman is different. The man is built to protect. The man is built to protect, to preserve. That is one of the major psychological build of a man. Now, if you say general running of the home, A man is going to run into trouble if he decides to run the home alone without the help of the wife. So, somebody like me, Ome, apart from the serenity of my house, is there any other thing you don't run in this house? You run everything. You literally run everything in this house.
Yeah.
Right now, our home is beautiful today because it took you 1 year to learn everything this man wants. Because I was the one that married you to build a family type. I have what? A blueprint of what I want my family to be. And I'm marrying you to help me what? Achieve that blueprint.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you don't have your own thing, your own career, whatever. Now let's come back to your question. If it is right for a man to run his home through the wife, 100%. In fact, it's even easy. It gives us the ease. As long as you know what the man wants and you are doing it, you will be loved forever. You will be loved forever. You know what he likes. You know how to put the house in order. You know he does not like debt. You know he does not like this. The moment you know all of these, even when your family member come to the house, you are already putting them in place. We don't like this. You don't even say my husband, because if you call your husband, you are making your husband a what?
Putting him on the spot.
On spot. That's why when people come, you want to. I say no. We don't do this for this. My wife. No. We can't do this in the house. We don't do this. I don't need to say my wife. So it is always better when you allow your wife to run the home. Just give your wife the blueprint. Wife do better in managing home than men. That's just the basic truth.
Okay. I think you don't really get where I'm coming from.
Okay.
I understand that part of wives holding the home.
Okay.
A good woman holds her home. I understand that part.
All right.
The question I'm asking is making decisions
through my wife.
Not through your wife. For example, let's say you want to get except it's a surprise.
Okay.
Let's say for example you want to get a car.
Okay. Like
you are
the
planning,
iMac I want to buy now.
Good. Okay. Now, like the iMac you want to buy. You came to me and you told me, Ome, I want to buy this iMac. I saw it, blah, blah, blah. You talked to me about it. And I said, is this something you want? The reason I had to ask you if it's something you want, because I'm a woman who is a manager. I need to know
how much that can bring.
Yes. At that time. If it's something very, very important. But some men, they see it as, why should I ask her? Now maybe the husband for the house now. Why should I ask her if I want to buy this? I've seen a lot of men.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of men do this.
Yes.
They want to take a very important decision. They just drastically take it on their own without consulting their wives. And so that's the reason I'm asking that question. If it's a kind of weakness, if men see it as a kind of, if some men, let me not say all men, if some men see it as a kind of weakness for asking their wives now, if they should do a particular thing.
Some men find it as, oh, you want to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Such men will actually enter wahala. Okay. Now, you see, for example, such men, you can call such men controlling men, misogynist. You've already landed yourself in a toxic relationship. And I don't know what I'm saying now.
So I understand you now. You've thrown more light on that part
the
of
need. Yes, it is good for men to run their homes through their wives.
Make decisions.
Yes, don't just stand up. Wives. Even if your wife is not there, you want to make a decision. I will call you on phone. Or make should I buy this? You know, say, do you need it? I don't know, and I will end up not buying it because I have to think about it. I don't think we need this. And I will go away. If you are not humble enough to run decision through your wife, you enter wahala. Big wahala.
It brings me to the next question. I want to ask you a question on divorce. We have divorce every day in our society today, and it's becoming a normal.
Okay, Michael.
Becoming a norm.
Look at what. Let's be communicating with them. Read what Michael just said.
So women think emotionally 99% of
They
the
can't
time.
hear you.
Women think emotionally 99% of the time. Men are logical thinkers.
Good.
Yes, beautiful. A lot of things. Most women, a lot of times, most women are emotional.
Emotional
Attachment.
Good. Yes. Because if women understand that men are more logical than emotional, you will understand. You know, see, I tell people that most men marry second wife, third wife is not because they want to have sex. It's the feeling that I have more than one woman in my life. That's just the basic truth. A man can actually have 4 wives and have some more sexual attachment to one particular one more than the rest. It might be the second, it might be the third, it might be the first. But when it comes to real decision making that will move the family ahead, he might decide to use this first wife or the second wife or the third one. Each of the women have a role they are playing in the life of the man. But you see, women, they have add emotions to everything, and it does not help us.
Okay, I was talking on the case of divorce. Is there any other write up there? Okay, said
This is called your name.
only full force said true. I think he's saying true
Michael.
to
Only full force is Michael.
Okay, Mr. Michael, I think he's saying true to what the reminder just said. Thank you very much. 360 degree. Do all women never appreciate? Because my own never appreciate anything.
Okay, so I think this is a guy talking.
Yes.
Okay, good. Women, listen to this. I like this question. Do you know me and you quarreled one day that I was so angry and it was shaking our marriage because I bought you a very expensive item and you just drop it on the ground because you felt you were angry with me and you didn't appreciate me. And what made you angry was no longer the topic of that day, of that quarrel. It was the fact that you did not appreciate me. You remember?
Yeah.
Here, you were sweeping. You see men, no matter how tiny the thing is, always appreciate them. When you make a man feel like a king, he does not go anywhere.
Okay.
Even if a man buy you something of 5,000 and start praising him, oh my Lord, don't praise him alone. Somebody like me, I buy you something. Thank you. No, I'm not okay. I want to see it on your status.
Yeah.
Post it. Tell people that look at what my husband bought for me. Call your family members. Let them know I'm taking care of you. Let the world know I love you. Because a man can only know. The only way a man can show his love to you is by giving you something. Is by praying for you. Is by going out of the way to make sure that yes, you are getting something. No matter how small that thing is. One of the signs I prove to a woman, if I'm even dating you, even as I'm married now, I'm dating you outside, and I've not been able to buy you something as a gift, it means you have not been able to win a part of my heart. Men see gift as a way of show of love. A man will forget your birthday. A man will even forget his own birthday. I don't think I know all my children's birthday complete. Even the Zara I claim to love. I don't. Is it not 16th? I mean, January. I mean 17th.
January 16.
Good. I don't know. Sometimes I will have to call the mother. Is it January or February? Now they born Zara that time. You say it's January. Which date? I celebrated my birthday the wrong date for almost 14 years. I call my mom. I say, Mommy, my birthday is today. He said, which today? I gave birth to you yesterday, not today. I forgot. So please, 360 degree. You can screen record this and show to your wife. One of the best way that men show more love to their wives is when you appreciate them. Not alone in the bedroom. See, you see men, what you do in the bedroom will not they appreciate them. It's how you treat us outside. That's what we appreciate. So, man, another question. Check. Women will never appreciate when
Mr. Michael said women will never appreciate when you give them something. The only time they do, they will. The only time
Okay,
they will appreciate anything is when a friend commends what you've got for them. Okay, and thank you, Mr. Michael. Moti Zilonia said, men love respect, appreciated, and attention. Okay, well, learning every day. Thank you very much, Moti Zilonia.
Let me work
360 degrees said, okay, it's replying to Mr. Michael. Said, you said it all. They always need third party approval and validation,
which is wrong.
Okay, so women, please, let's try and stop third party approval and validation, and let's try and be more appreciative when we're being gifted by our spouses. Thank you very much, Sir Michael. Thank you, 360 degrees. Thank you very much. Okay, it's bringing us to we're going to talk more on divorce right now.
Okay.
Like I was saying, I said divorce, it's now becoming a norm in our today's society. People just take it. You see people, okay, like when I was talking about marriage, I was defining the word marriage. I said some persons go into marriage, one, for exploitation, survival, battle, competition.
Okay.
And those are the things that normally leads to divorce.
Yeah. Because when the object of attraction
when
is
I
not
say
there.
exploitation, my cousin was telling me about a podcast of some young ladies who were talking about a young guy giving her 5,000 naira. I think she went visiting the guy, and the guy
10,
gave
000.
The guy gave her 10,000 naira, and she asked the guy, why are you giving me 10,000 naira? Is it for go give it to beggars? Do you know I'm very expensive? Now, if that guy withdraw that money and say, okay, because she's expensive, let me work harder and be giving her from like 100,000, 200,000 and the rest. Do you see that as exploitation?
Yes, that's it. Exploitation. It depends. The truth is this, is exploitation. See, let me tell you. Women, if I'm lying, tell me. A woman that truly loves a man will not ask a man to send her 100,000 naira. That's just the truth.
But we see a lot of women doing it in society.
It's not love. They are going there for the money. So as a man, know what your woman is coming for. You did not marry me because I have money. You married me because of my destiny. Am I lying? You married me because of my prospect. And the prospect also include, do you ask me for money? You don't ask me for money. Now me they give you money. Now me they beg you, collect my money, spend my money. Yesterday you went to withdraw. I gave you how many dollars did I give you?
200.
I gave you $200, and I wanted to take 20,000 naira from inside. And you were asking me, what do you need the money for? I said nothing. Oh yeah, keep now. Did I take anything from you again?
No.
But did you spend the money for your own self?
No.
It was for the house.
It was the house.
So women will not ask you for money except they are spending the money for your own growth. The moment you are with a woman and all he wants is money to buy hair, to buy this, he does not love you. He just want to. The moment you don't have the money to give them, they are looking, not even looking. There is possibility there is somebody else again that is giving them money. Not you. You are not the only one giving them money. Okay. So please, giving a woman money is not a sign that a man loves you. It's a lie. In fact, a man would want to start giving you money. A man that is stingy start giving you money is because, okay, I want to build a life for this person. Except he's just enjoying you for sex. A stupid man will marry a woman that is obviously eating your money. Except you are rich and you don't care. and you know that there's nothing the woman is ever going to eat that will affect your money. Even Dangote don't want to be with a woman that wants to eat his money. Just that's just the basic truth.
Casey Andrew. Okay, Casey Andrew, stingy man you be. Okay, I think that's a man also. That's a man. Okay, let me say something. This man you see here is not a stingy man. Yes, was it yesterday? The day on Friday? Yes, it was on Friday. I went to the bank. I wanted to get some things for the house, and he just went to the bank. He went to the bank to do something else and called me and said, I'm withdrawing this particular amount of money. Go change it and use it. Send me 20,000 naira from the money only. And when I got to the bank, after changing the money, I got to the bank. I called him and I told him this, that, XYZ. And the next thing he told me is, I love it when you ask me for money. I love it when you spend my money. So, do you call such a man a stingy man? You see, the truth of the matter is, men like these are the ones who put it out there. To women that's why I say something about competition. I said something about exploitation, survival, and battle. It's now a norm for every woman to want to be with a rich guy, not minding what is next. That is why you see the rise of divorce every day in our society. I'm sorry, many of us will not like this. You see the rise of society. You don't want to marry a man that will build with you. You want to marry a man that is built already. And the one that you should build with, you call him stingy, is a stingy man. If that man has 10 million naira in his account and cannot buy you a car of 3 million naira, then you call that man stingy.
Walk away. I told
that's
you.
When you call, sorry sir, that's when you call that man stingy. But you don't expect a man that his salary is 100,000 naira to start buying you a hair weave-on of 250,000 naira. I don't understand where you expect that man to get that money from. Do you want him to steal? That is why we have a lot of Yahoo boys today. We have 419s. We have ritual killers. Because we are every day trying to impress my gender. Every day trying to impress my gender. And that is why my gender will see a Yahoo boy and not minding what does the future holds for this man, and get into a relationship with him and get married. And at the end of the day, when the money stops flowing in, it calls for divorce. So that's why I said exploitation, survival, battle, and competition.
Something just came to me now. The Spirit said I should do this. It's going to be like a covenant. A covenant. I have to do this, man. Please. Oh, I love this. What is my take on women's power in marriage? It can never be overemphasized. Oga Michael Adelai, I can preach from now till tomorrow that women should do this, men should do this, do that. It will not change women. No? They are already corrupted. They still run the home. I will tell my father-in-law, my wife say, may we do this. My father-in-law will say, what do you think? I say, what do I think? He say yes. What do I think? He say yes. Do you want me to live long? He say yes. And let her have her way. If you want to live long as a man, let her have her way. Not all the time. Oh. Sometimes you just stand and get what you want. But other time, let her just have her way. Sorry. So women power in marriage can never be underestimated. Let me tell you, Women have endurance that men don't have. The calamity that falls on men, if it falls on a woman may be able to endure it. But why a woman may not feel the pain much, women cry and it goes away. Women have other women to console them. Or men, if something happened to me and you today, people will want to console you first before me. There was a case, I don't know if you guys watch it. It's on the social media. A case of a man who was taking care of a supposed son. Unknowing to the man, the woman had slept with another man outside, and the woman knew, according to the woman, he said he does not know. Who told you she does not know? A woman was the judge. The man was paying child support on that child. Spent all the money, was loving. And they went to do paternity test. And then the test came. The test came. The man was praying that the child will be his own. The test came that the man is not the father of the child. A child that is already matured, big. You know what happened? Before the test came, the woman was ranting her mouth. Yes, this, you have to pay child support, you have to do this, you have to do that. When the result came, the woman just switched. The woman started crying. You know what people did? Women, other people, they left the man and went to meet the woman and started consoling the woman. And the woman judge started consoling the woman. You know what the man did? The man just looked. He shook his head and he brought his head down. They forgot the emotional trauma that the man is currently passing through. Forgetting the days the man was suffering to make sure that the child grows well. Now grow up. They left the woman and we are consolidating this thing. That's what we are here. So back to your question. Yes, women power is necessary in the home. But not all the time. Because sometimes when you leave the home for a woman to run, that's where we now have what? Armed robbers, wayward children. I'm talking from experience. Children that spend more time with men as guardians, they come out better than children that spend more time with women as guardians. Go and check statistics. I was raised by a man all through, maltreated. The things that I am living my life today, thank God for my uncle. And if that man is still alive and I make money, I will buy him car, I will drop it and I will drive away. Daddy, that's your car. Finish, I'll go away. And I will tell you the result of the ones that women raise all through, that men did not contribute, wayward.
Okay, we've seen in this society where children we've seen some cases of mothers that raise children and they come out better. Rare
cases, yes. Okay. Very rare. 1 out of 10 mothers will raise children that will come out better.
Now, what do you see with women having a career? Married women having a career. I was looking at a recent video you posted and a recent post on your Facebook, and you were saying you were talking about women having a career at the end of the day, a man stuff, and I want you to explain.
As long as your career will not take the place of your husband, okay. Number one. And as long as your husband is 100%, I tell men, support your women, let them have a career. So one of the major reasons why some men don't want their women to go on career is that some women cannot be trusted. They've not gotten the opportunity. So they can say, so you don't trust me. I've never met you. You never see the opportunity.
What about the ones that have gotten the opportunity but?
Let me tell you something. Yes. The reason why a woman will see such an opportunity and say, I'm not falling for it, is because maybe the husband is still dey try. Somebody like me now, man, if I have 300 million naira in my account today, do you know that I don't care even if you travel for 1 month? Let me not cash you. If I cash you, you are following somebody to chat, and you tell the person I miss you too, you are out of the marriage. That's just the basic truth. That is why if a man has 100 million in his account and a woman have 100 million in her account, the woman start misbehaving. Now the woman go lose. You know why?
Why?
The moment you leave the marriage, you are likely to spend your 100 million faster. You go finish than a man. A man will not be going to the club. But as a woman, the moment your marriage ends, you now start going to hotels, going to fine place, because you want to tell the man that you are living a better life. While the man's money is cooling off in the bank, he's relaxing, depressed that you have left. You are the one spending your money. So let me tell you something. Women, let me tell you. If your husband is very, very rich, and you think you want to go and cheat on him, now you know, now you go lose. If the man cash you, now you go lose. If the man cash you, can't keep you for house. The man is waiting. Finally, you go wait when you don't spend all your money finish. He go come put you for that position where you can never see any dime. The man will go back and rewrite his will and remove you. No man will ever give his will to a woman that has once. It is not in the nature of a woman to cheat, except the woman is not well treated, is being abused. Even the Bible said, if your man is not treating you well, go away. But as far as a man is fucking you, at least once a month, your man is having intercourse with you once a month, treating you well, have discussion with you, cuddle you, they hug you, is enough. Is enough for you to be faithful.
Once a month, my man having intimacy with me once a month is enough. That's
for you not to cheat on him.
For you not to cheat on him. It's not like he traveled.
Yes.
He's around.
Mm-hmm. And when it comes to intimacy, let me tell you something. I'm not trying to justify myself. It's obvious I have the knack for a second wife. It's not because of sex. And it's not every time your husband has sex with you that he wants to. Sometimes he just wants to give it to you. Men are moved by what they see and what they smell. Women are moved by what they hear. That is why if I walk to, there are some clothes you will wear, man, I will never get aroused in this life. And there are some clothes you will wear, if I'm on the bed, I want to cuddle you. If I tell you these are the things you wear, it's because I want you more. But if I don't want you more, I will not tell you. I will only wait till when you wear something that entices me, and then I'll go in with you. Men will always want to have intercourse with you if you arouse them. I finish with you now, and my girlfriend come and say, I did badore, I want sharp. I will go. Not because I'm on you, I will just give them. So the moment your man is giving you sexual satisfaction, monetary satisfaction, emotional satisfaction, is clothing you, you have nothing. Yes, I will not say once a month is the best criteria, but at least once minimum, twice. Because if you are not idle, you will not be talking about sex.
Yeah.
If you are not an idle woman, you will not be talking. My man is not knocking me well. Shut up your mouth, go and walk.
Okay.
Or there.
This question I want to direct it to you. Okay, who discuss their homes?
Okay.
Discuss their wives with their girlfriends.
Okay, now look at it.
With their friends.
Okay. I don't support the idea of a man discussing the wife with this concubine or girlfriend outside. I'm not in support of that. I'm not in support of that. But majority of the time, I'm not trying to transfer blame. As a wife, try to avoid anything that brings problem to the house. A man cannot think well when you have a problem. Now, if a man loves you so much, he wants to discuss that problem. Money is coming. He wants to discuss that problem with somebody, since he cannot discuss with you. If a man does not love you, whether you bring, not tell anybody, self, how you dey, say, how your wife, I beg you, they ask, we dey fine. Finish, because somebody else is giving him the life he wants.
Okay. Now, do you know the reason why I'm saying discussing your wife with either your side chick, your concubine, or a woman you're dating or something? It's because there's an image of which you're painting.
Yes,
that
yes,
woman.
that is true too.
There's an image of which you're painting about your wife to that woman. And because she's outside, she feels I can do better than her that is inside. The truth of the matter is, everybody sees the outside of person when they are not very close to the person.
Yes, you're right.
That is why when dating, they will say, I never knew he could do like this, because you were outside.
Mm-hmm.
You were dating him, you were dating her. So there are some things that you never knew about that person. But when you now get married, and that's what gives birth to divorce, they will now start saying, you will now hear the talk like, it was not like this. My dear, marriage is a place where you are open to expect anything at any particular time.
Yes.
So that is why so many situations where a man discussing his wife with another woman, and the woman start giving you advice, she's not supposed to do it like this. Why did she do it like this? Why did she do that like that? There was a case of somebody, and the lady was like, this, that, this, XYZ. Now, to the man at that particular time, that lady is right.
Yes.
But I can beat my chest and I can tell you, if that same woman come into your life, there are some things, there are some traits that the man will start seeing and the woman will start seeing. So now, do that man continue? You've married the first, you married the second. Who you feel will be better? Everybody have their flaws, because we are coming from different backgrounds.
Yes.
Everybody have their temperament. Everybody have a way they handle and process situation.
Out. Yes.
Out. You're painting a picture of your wife,
which is
out.
wrong.
And
I
you that say
it. I used to do it.
You that say it. You that say.
I did do it now, but I will not do it again.
You that say it out of anger to that person, you've forgotten about it. But you've created a picture
of that
in that person's mind, which the person will carry it along. And that is why you see in polygamy, some women, when they now come in, because they've heard something about the first wife, they now start acting on it. But the man at that particular time have forgotten about it.
Yes, which is wrong. So men, please stop discussing your wife with your girlfriend. Stop it.
I beg.
Stop it.
Don't make me laugh.
Stop it.
Don't make me laugh.